Welcome back to another Sunday prep day. Today I'm gonna cut all my vegetables and I'm also gonna make some curry paste and some pulled pork. But first I'm gonna start chopping some onions and go on over my menu. So if you're new here, every Sunday I prep for the week, which includes cutting all my vegetables and then whatever else I need to do that takes a lot of time, like soups, stews, stock, sauces, that kind of stuff. So I'm just cutting up some onion for my pulled pork. And the menu, as always, on Sunday for lunch, I'm gonna have some sandwiches, because Sundays are my cheat days, because I don't usually eat carbs for lunch, but I do really like my sandwiches, so I have those on Sunday. And then for dinner tonight, I was gonna do some burgers, but they had ground beef on sale, but it was out of stock, so I think I'm gonna do some chicken sandwiches. So I'm gonna bread those in some panko breadcrumbs and some spices. I have some chipotle powder, might use that. Make them nice and spicy. I'm just dicing up these red onions for a few things like stir fry, lettuce wraps, and a salsa. But we'll get to that when I go over the rest of my menu. So yeah, that was Sunday. Then Monday, meatless Monday. I'm gonna have a salad for lunch. It's just the easiest meatless thing to do, really. So I'm gonna have spring mix with some cucumbers, some peppers. I might throw on some nuts. I still have those in the pantry, just for some protein. Then for dinner, I'm gonna have a vegan curry with lentils and chickpeas. So that's why I'm gonna make the curry paste in a bit. Then on Tuesday, for lunch, some lettuce wraps, so with some chicken, and I'll probably do some peppers, some onions, whatever vegetables I have, like sauteed vegetables. So that's one of the things I need these diced onions for. Then for dinner, I'm gonna do some pulled pork tacos. And I haven't fully decided yet. I could make my own barbecue sauce to go with that, like a keto barbecue sauce. I also have some low carb sugar, not low carb, low sugar barbecue sauce in my fridge. So I think I'll just use that. Let's see. I'm gonna take a couple of these cloves of garlic for my curry paste. And then I need some for my pulled pork, so I'm just going to leave those whole. And then these I'm going to chop nice and fine for my stir fry, my lettuce wraps, and things like that. So we were on Tuesday, so pulled pork tacos. Then on Wednesday for lunch, I'm going to use that pulled pork again, but I'm going to have that in some lettuce wraps. I have some Little Gem. That is perfect for that. And then for dinner, I'm going to do a rice bowl with pulled pork, and I'll do like a corn salsa or something to go with that. Just nice and easy. And then we're on Thursday. I'll change it up a little bit for lunch. I'll have a low-carb stir-fry with some chicken and lots of veggies. And I think I'll just use what's it called? The konjaku. So the zero carb rice. It's not actually rice, but it's shaped like rice, and it's just pure fiber basically. So zero carb. So I'll use that with some chicken, lots of veggies. And then for dinner, I'm gonna do some noodles. Haven't decided yet what kind of noodles, but it will be with some chicken, maybe some chicken skewers, lots of veggies, things like that. So I have these shallots that I've peeled, so I'm gonna throw those in for the curry paste with my garlic. I just have some red ones and some regular ones. Next up, we'll do some leek for the stir fry. So we're on Thursday, so Friday for lunch, more lettuce wraps. This time I'm gonna use some fish, and I'll just use whatever vegetables I have left basically. If I need to, I also have some cucumber that I could use. So we'll just see. If I don't have any veggies left, I'll do cucumber. Okay, I'm just cutting up this for my stir fry. I think that's enough for one portion. So I will save the rest for another time. Next, if you have seen my videos before, if I have cilantro, I save the stems. I'm gonna throw that in with my curry paste. It's a perfect way to use that instead of waste it. And I also need some cilantro for some salsa. Where's that? There's that little elastic band. So here are the stems, and I'll cut the stems off of this as well and throw those in. Those have lots of flavor. And the rest I'm just gonna cut nice and fine first. I'll do it a bit rough, just so it's easier to work with. And then I'll just keep running my knife through. Oh, and for dinner on Friday, almost forgot that, some fish tacos. So I'll use some of this cilantro for that. Next up, let's do some chilies. So I'm gonna do a few chilies for the stir fry and my lettuce wraps. And these chilies, I'm just gonna take the ends off. And I'll cut them in halves or thirds just to make them fit in the food processor a little bit easier. So these are gonna go in. And these I'll just cut up for my stir fries and my lettuce wraps. And then I have some peppers, different colors. Those are gonna go on my salad, for example, and in my stir fry and my lettuce wraps. So just gonna clean them out. And for my salad, I like to cut some strips. And the rest I'll just cut into some cubes. And I will do the exact same thing with this yellow one. And since there's already plenty of green in my salad, I don't need any strips of green. I'll just cut this all in cubes. there's that. And then for my lettuce wraps, and for my curry and my stir fry, I want some carrot. So I'm just gonna slice these 4 carrots up. I was gonna do some sweet potato for my curry, but they had massive, massive sweet potatoes, and that's a whole meal by itself. So thought I would just do carrot, just for a little hint of sweetness, not too much, but. And then here I have some cucumber for my salad. I'll probably need some cucumber later in the week as well for my salsa, although I could do a corn salsa, so I might not need it, but most of this will stay good in the fridge for a couple of days, but the cucumber will probably just dry out, so I'm not going to prep that for the end of the week. So that should be enough for my salad. I do like a lot of cucumber in my salad. Then next, some lemongrass for my curry paste. So I'm just going to take the end off, and I'm just going to roughly chop this just so it blends a little bit easier in the food processor. So that can go in my curry paste. And then here I have some turmeric and some ginger, and I'm just gonna peel that real quick. And I am gonna use some gloves for that because turmeric stains really bad, and I don't want my fingers to be yellow for the rest of the day. And again, I'm just gonna give these a rough chop just so they blend a little easier in the food processor. And I'll just throw that in with the rest. So I'm just going to blend this up, and that's going to make a lot of noise, so I'm going to do that off camera. And so far I'm at 21 minutes for those curious how long this takes. So I'm going to let that one go and put some things away, and then I'll start on the pulled pork. Okay, while that was pulsing away, I preheated my Ninja Foodi as well, so I'm just going to add a little bit of oil. And I'm going to get a little bit of color on my stewing pork. And I'll just add a bit of salt. And while that is getting some color, I'm just going to transfer this curry paste to a glass container. And I want to use glass because this turmeric will stain plastic yellow, and it's hard to get off. So, and yeah, I made a big batch because I always make enough for like 2 portions. So I'm gonna have a vegan curry this week, and I'll probably have like a chicken curry next week. And that will keep in the fridge for up to about 2 weeks. I don't need the meat all the way cooked through, by the way, or really dark. I just want a little hint of color just for some flavor. So that's the case now. So I'm just gonna add my onions and my whole cloves of garlic, and I'll let that saute a little bit more until the onions are a bit soft. Okay, now that the onions have softened a bit as well, I'm just gonna add a little bit of spices. Most of the taste is gonna come from the barbecue sauce, but I'm gonna give it a little bit of taste anyway. So some cumin, some paprika, and some chipotle powder, and I'll just let that soak in for a little bit. And now I'm just going to add some water, enough to mostly submerge the meat, and also a little bit of apple cider vinegar. Nice splash of that. And then put on the pressure cook lid, make sure the valve is closed. You could slow cook this, but if you have a pressure cooker, that's just a lot easier. These pork pieces are pretty small, so I'm gonna do 40 minutes on high. Yeah, I'm gonna let that do its thing. I'm gonna put this away, and then I'll be back with you to close out the video when the pulled pork is done. And that is the pork done. It shredded really easily, so I'm just gonna let that cool, and then it can go in the fridge for a couple of meals this week. So, like I said, it took me just over 20 minutes in total to do all the chopping, and then this a couple of minutes just to get things started. So like a little over 30 minutes total maybe. So yeah, now I can have lunch or dinner on the table in minutes. If you like this kind of content, I do this every single Sunday, and on Saturday I do grocery hauls. And also starting this week, I'm going to do another video of what I eat in a day, so you can see all the meals I make with the ingredients that I prepped today. So if that sounds good to you, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and thank you for watching. Until next time, bye for now.